The Dreadmore Saga, Falling Skies, written by A. Walker, narrated by Stephen Miller. Prologue. In the wake of our destruction, those who were once our allies turned against us, leaving us to ferry on this journey alone. Darkness envelops the land. The plague of death lingers in the once crisp air. Bodies of the old and young alike stain the once green grasses of the plains. I, along with my nephew Velentus and brave others, managed to subdue Carcan with the use of the conjus chamber in the great hall of the council. But we were ambushed by a group of his personal mages, and he has, since then, escaped our captivity. Imikesh only knows where he has fled. What's even more unsettling is our recent discovery of a man, if a man is what you'd call him, bound within the walls of Aethium's citadel. A find indeed, as we were led to believe that the citadel had been abandoned since Alavus Talna. I have yet to come across anything within the scrolls that may give us insight on just who or what he may be. I do not know what will become of us. As time irrepressibly moves forward, what is now will soon be a distant memory, and perhaps others will read about us as I have read of those who came before us. No word has been heard on the accounts of both Arbane and Hedus, the last two rogue remaining council members. The people are broken. Their spirits have diminished. To the north, the Undai remain isolated in their palace of ice, forever ignorant in the affairs of man. Rulers of the surrounding isles have become aware of the chaotic strife Balmora has been faced with. I have no doubt that some will aid and abide our enemies, plunging us even further into darkness. The suns, Una and Tau, have fallen, broken from the sky, and the light has faded. Soon the blood moon shall be upon us, and with it our deaths. From Romulus, Dawn of Sathram, 1022 FE. Chapter 1. A Boundless Prison. Balvang's Tower, Balmora, 80 years ago. Balvang's Tower was an enormous structure forged from the fire of Ulu dragons many eons ago. Its spiral-shaped stone even resembled that of a dragon's spine. It was located just outside of Skystead to the east, and was only used for one thing, the regional summit. In times of great distress that would not only affect one isle, but them all, leaders would convene to determine the fate of those they governed. At the tip of the tower sat a largely exposed room. It boasted the most magnificent fires along the stone parlor walls. It was told the fires were bore from Balvang's breath, and consequently they never extinguished. The room itself was clouded in a white embrace, much like the castle of House Demus. The shape of the room was a perfect circle that seated 25 chairs, all of which were filled. In the center of that room was a man bound by conjus fire. His face was covered by his long, straggly hair. His flesh seemed nearly rotten and decayed, only being made visible by the fires that held him prisoner. He said nothing, as the men and women present continued to stare at his being. They turned in disgust as the odor of rot began to fill the air. A lady of bright red hair stood from her seat. She was breathtakingly beautiful, looking no older than her 25th name day. Her eyes were bright sea green, and the parts of her skin that were visible were covered with erratic tattoos. She walked closer to the man in the center of the room. As she did, the fires began to burn him more intensely. He cried out in pain as the flames seared his flesh. "Nyrina, please. We have already established that torturing him will get no answers from his lips," said an even younger-looking woman who sat in the tallest of the 25 chairs. As she was called, Nyrina turned to face the woman speaking. Her wings then appeared from underneath her cloak. They, just like her hair, were fiery red, almost the color of amber. The man quickly went from screaming to laughing. They all looked at him once more. "What's so funny?" Nyrina probed. He looked up at her to gaze into her soft
Sample complete. Ready to continue?